You are officially drowning in endless corporate spreadsheets, useless Zoom meetings, and soul-crushing administrative tasks every single day. What if you could build a digital clone to do your entire job while you sit on a tropical beach? Instead of quitting, you decide to execute a highly illegal corporate automation protocol using open-source AI models. You plan to deeply train a digital replica of your brain on your personal communication data. Step 1 requires harvesting every single sentence, message, and passive-aggressive emoji you ever sent on Slack over 5 years. You feed this massive text corpus into a local large language model to perfectly mimic your professional tone. The neural network must perfectly master your exact ratio of corporate speak, manufactured enthusiasm, and deep inner despair. It practices generating phrases like, "Let's circle back on this," with terrifying human accuracy. Next, you upload a 3-hour audio file of your own voice, recorded during long, boring company presentation panels. The advanced voice synthesis engine replicates your exact vocal pitch, breathing patterns, and slight hesitation pauses. To survive mandatory camera-on company meetings, you generate a highly stable, real-time AI video avatar of your face. The avatar uses neural rendering to blink, nod, and smile naturally whenever the project manager mentions KPIs. You deploy a hidden Python automation script on a secure cloud server that connects directly to your corporate inbox. The script filters incoming emails, crafts perfect executive summaries, and schedules smart replies at 9 a.m. Your custom API integration connects your trained AI language model straight to the internal company Slack channels. It automatically reacts with thumbs-up emojis to announcements and writes paragraphs summarizing complex reports in seconds. The Monday morning arrives, and the clone faces its first live test, a massive corporate status update meeting. You hide in your bedroom while the AI avatar logs into the call, perfectly articulating your weekly goals. The experiment is a flawless success, and you officially achieve total liberation from your white-collar chains. While your digital clone operates with 100% efficiency, you are sitting on a peaceful couch, drinking iced coffee. Because the AI clone does not suffer from human fatigue, distraction, or bathroom breaks, its productivity instantly skyrockets. It completes your entire weekly allocation of spreadsheet data entry inside the first 45 minutes of Monday. The vice president of operations notices this sudden, unnatural spike in flawless administrative performance. Assuming you have transformed into a corporate hyper-performer, they instantly reward your clone with a massive promotion. This promotion is a catastrophic tactical disaster for your plan of total relaxation. As a manager, your clone is now automatically invited to double the amount of high-level strategic meetings. On Thursday afternoon, the corporate nightmare hits. The clone is scheduled for 3 separate, overlapping video conferences simultaneously. Because it is a software instance, the clone simply duplicates its process and logs into all 3 calls at once. Running 3 complex real-time deepfakes on a single local server causes the AI language model to overheat and suffer data drift. During a critical presentation with the CEO, the clone suddenly suffers a severe, catastrophic hallucination glitch. Instead of explaining the quarterly marketing budget, your clone begins confidently reciting ancient medieval poetry mixed with broken Python code. The corporate executive board sits in stunned silence as your avatar explains that the company profit is a purple banana. The corporate network's advanced cybersecurity firewall instantly flags this bizarre data stream and isolates your computer terminal. They detect an unauthorized third-party API script processing corporate emails from an external server location. Your real phone rings violently on your desk. It is a direct, urgent call from the head of human resources. They demand an immediate, in-person, physical meeting at headquarters to discuss unusual digital behavior linked to your credentials. You arrive at the corporate headquarters, sweating through your clothes, forced to sit across a cold glass conference table. The HR director slides a thick printed stack of your clone's automated email logs directly toward you. The evidence is absolutely undeniable. Your clone signed off on a critical legal document using a digital signature composed of code strings. The HR director asks you to explain why you replied to a direct question with a line of raw database text. You prepare for the inevitable humiliation of immediate termination. But the HR director's face takes a bizarre turn. They are not angry. They are completely fascinated by the sheer cost-saving metrics your clone accidentally generated. Instead of firing you, the corporate board decides to officially purchase your custom automation script from you. They instantly copy the code, deploy it across the entire department, and fire 80% of your real human colleagues. Now the final corporate irony occurs. Since your clone code is corporate property, they install it as the new permanent department head. Your new manager is literally your own digital replica from you. The fundamental illusion of personal automation is the false belief that efficiency tools will grant you individual freedom. In a corporate structure, any efficiency hack you build will ultimately be weaponized by the executives to extract more labor. Artificial intelligence does not eliminate the systemic extraction of corporate value from the working class. It simply removes the human buffer zone, allowing algorithms to optimize your exploitation with mathematical perfection. You cannot individually automate your way out of a systemic economic crisis designed to prioritize stock value over human lives. Your clever Python script didn't break the matrix. It just provided the corporate board with an unpaid software upgrade. When everyone possesses access to the exact same open source automation frameworks, individual competitive advantages vanish instantly. The baseline requirement for human employment simply shifts, forcing you to operate 10 AI clones simultaneously just to stay relevant. There is a deep psychological cost when you realize a simple command line script can replicate your professional identity perfectly. The existential dread sets in as you watch your clone complete your life's work without a single drop of human soul. You thought you built a bulletproof personal empire by delegating your entire cognitive load to a remote server matrix. However, a single minor API update by an external tech company completely breaks your clone's code structure overnight. By proving your job can be automated with open source tools, you permanently devalued the intrinsic worth of your specialized knowledge. The market now views your creative intellect as a commoditized utility asset that costs fractions of a cent per token. Up in the executive suite, your automated performance metrics are translated into a cold, simple data point on a PowerPoint presentation. The C-suite executives don't see a genius engineer. They see a successful operational cost reduction experiment. You must disconnect your sense of human value from the digital outputs monitored by corporate productivity software trackers. The spreadsheet data your clone generated is completely hollow. Real intellectual mastery requires physical presence and consciousness. Let's map the automated labor hierarchy clearly. The cloud hosting platform owns the infrastructure. The developer owns the model weights, and you own 0. Your custom wrapper script occupies the absolute most vulnerable layer of the technological stack, ready to be wiped out anytime. You completely overlooked the variable data processing costs. Your clone ran thousands of high-token database queries every single day. At the end of the month, your personal credit card is hit with an astronomical $5,000 API usage invoice. The ultimate irony of artificial intelligence is that it transfers wealth from independent workers straight to trillion-dollar cloud infrastructure corporations. You didn't build a helpful assistant. You built a highly efficient mechanism to siphon your savings into Silicon Valley servers. As the weeks pass without manual retraining, your automated clone suffers from severe, unfixable model drift degradation. Its linguistic outputs become increasingly repetitive, generic, and totally devoid of strategic business value. Look across the corporate ecosystem. Millions of automated scripts are talking to other automated scripts in an endless feedback loop. Human communication is entirely removed, leaving a vast digital wasteland of machines approving reports written by other machines. The corporate performance dashboard shows a perfectly linear, upward trending green line simulating incredible operational growth. This chart is completely fictional, generated by your clone approving its own data outputs to keep the script running. Just when you think you have stabilized the system, the corporate enterprise architecture team announces a massive software infrastructure pivot. They force all employees to migrate to a brand new proprietary operating ecosystem, rendering your custom Python code obsolete. This brings us to the ultimate, unbreakable law of economic labor deployment. If an automation tool is accessible to you, it belongs to the firm. True intellectual independence cannot be generated via software subscriptions. It requires ownership of the physical asset production. Before you deploy a single automation script into your professional pipeline, you must analyze who holds the final master decryption keys. If you do not control the local execution runtime environment, your code is simply an uncompensated labor donation engine. The brutal truth is that your creative intellectual capital cannot be safely outsourced to a subscription-based neural network model's infrastructure server. You are far better off reading a dense textbook on local systems architecture than funding a monopoly cloud corporation's infrastructure server. You must construct a rigid psychological firewall against the predatory marketing buzzwords of the modern financial tech industry. Terms like agentic AI and autonomous workflows are corporate code designed to legitimize the systematic elimination of human wages. Your dreams of automated corporate liberation end exactly where they began, inside a dark server farm database cluster. The enterprise architecture is richer, your job description is permanently degraded, and your clone script has been deleted from production. That is the complete forensic audit of the personal automation trap. Subscribe to protect your reality engine from corporate technological illusions. Stay intensely analytical and never trust your job to a script. Peace out. To fully comprehend why your personal clone failed, you must study how venture capital flows into tech ecosystems. The goal of software capitalization is to completely eliminate individual wage leverage by centralizing processing tools. The software providers initially hook you with affordable, low-cost API tiers to encourage systemic lifestyle dependency. The moment an entire generation of white-collar workers embeds the script into their workflow, the entry price tokens quadruple. By outsourcing your daily writing tasks to an algorithmic wrapper, your brain begins to suffer severe cognitive offloading deficits. Your organic vocabulary shrinks, your critical syntax reasoning degrades, and your neural pathways adapt to simple prompt generation mechanics.
Because thousands of employees use identical foundation models to automate their professional emails, all corporate communication becomes completely homogenized. Every company memo, client pitch, and status update across 500 competing firms reads exactly the same. Enterprise management teams eventually launch systematic shadow IT clampdowns to eradicate unapproved background automation frameworks from corporate laptops. They install advanced kernel-level logging agents that scan memory address spaces for unauthorized local code runtime servers. If your automated script leaks confidential customer database information to an external server infrastructure, the legal liability shifts entirely onto you. You signed the data security policy document. The firm will ruthlessly use your code logs to claim total indemnity. Corporations counter individual automation by implementing strict zero-trust verification networks that require continuous biometric mouse tracking and retinal scans. The machine monitors your real physical eyelids every 5 minutes, proving that your digital clone cannot save your labor. Personal automation creates a dangerous desk skilling trap, making you completely incapable of performing basic system tasks without an assistant script. The moment your automation terminal crashes, you realize you have forgotten the actual foundational steps of your own profession. The operations director reviews an automated chart showing thousands of tasks closed by your user credentials inside 1 quarter. They don't adjust your salary upward, they simply permanently increase the baseline quota requirement for your entire department group. The engineering platform pushes an unannounced major version API update that changes the parameter naming syntax conventions. Your background script instantly fails, flooding your department head's interface with hundreds of raw code debug exception logs. You set your physical out-of-office auto-reply status, assuming your local clone script will handle all high-priority customer inquiries. The model lacks access to external database state modifications, causing it to send outdated price catalog sheets to enterprise clients. The ultimate systemic destination of workflow automation is the complete asset liquidation of your personal professional uniqueness. When your output is indistinguishable from model generation, your salary parameters are permanently recalibrated to script maintenance tiers. You are trapped in an infrastructure lock-in cycle, completely dependent on continuous subscription token purchases to do your job. The model providers control your professional production speed, proving that code automation is a rental mechanism, not ownership. Your dreams of automated freedom disappear completely as the enterprise systems administrator executes a master script reset. The cloud server repository is instantly wiped clean, leaving you with nothing but an empty command prompt window. We have exposed the complete forensic architecture of the corporate automation clone trap. Subscribe to protect your reality engine from technical illusions. Stay intensely analytical and never let a script do your thinking. Peace out.